Hey everybody, how's your weekends? Did you do anything exciting?
I just hang out.
It was so fun.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so we've been doing a lot of algebra lately. Can you tell me the first rule of algebra?
What you do to one side, you do to the other?
Exactly. So if we're solving for x, if we have an equation, if we do something to this side to get x, we have to do the exact same thing over here. So for review, let's do this problem. What's the first step?
First we get x by itself.
Exactly. And how do we do that?
We take away the 2 from both sides. So divide by 2.
Exactly. We just use division. So if we put this side over 2, we also have to put this side over 2. So these cancel, and we have 5, or 10 over 2 equals x. And what's the final step here?
We simplify. We do 10 divided by 2.
Exactly. And what is that?
5.
5. So we get x equals 5. Pretty easy, huh? So today's going to be just a little bit different. We're doing equations with 2 steps. This means if we get the answer, we can't get the answer in one move. We have to rearrange things a little bit. So our first example, we have 2.5x minus 1.7x equals 12. So what do you think the first move is?
Dividing everything by 2.5.
That's a good guess, because we're trying to get x by itself, but we have more x's over here. If we have 2.5 of one thing and 1.7 of the exact same thing, we can subtract first to get it by itself. So what do you think that looks like?
2.5x minus 1.7x.
Exactly. Do you want to come show what that looks like? Exactly. So over here, we have 0.8x equals 12. What do we think the next step is, Camille?
Dividing everything by 0.8.
Yeah, because we want to get x by itself over here, but we have to do the same thing to this side. So the 0.8s cancel out, and then we're left with x equals 12 over 0.8. Do we remember how to get how to simplify a fraction like this? Before we divide, we have to turn things into fractions, and then it's a lot easier. So we have 12 over 1 divided by 8 over 10. If we're dividing fractions, how can we make this easier for ourselves?
We multiply and flip it.
Exactly. So to make this multiplication, we just flip this side over, which equals 12 over 1 times 10 over 8. And when we multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators, it just turns into 120 over 8. And when we simplify that, that just turns into 15. So by doing our steps, we solve for x. Even though this is a tougher problem, we can get x equals 15. Okay, let's review what we did today. We went over one-step equations where we can just solve for x, but then we also did two-step equations. So if we follow our PEMDAS rules, if we do the same thing to both sides, then we can just divide for x. You guys did an awesome job today. So let's just do our cheer to remember everything that we learned.
When we're solving equations, it's really quite easy. If we follow our rules, our work is real breezy. We take our equation, we mix it around. If things are real messy, we must break it down. We remember in math, what we do to one side is the same on the other, or we'll be denied. We move all our x's to the same side. Once we get it alone, we have to divide. But don't forget PEMDAS, our order of operations. Parentheses first, we can't be impatient. We simplify and simplify to get our x alone, but then we can solve for our unknown. So remember these rules when we want to express x by itself, then we'll have success.
All right, great job, guys.